going on, everybody? We got one from the wall. Modern women are confused why men aren't interested anymore. Let's get into it.
I figured it out. I know where all of the men who are seeking emotional connection and mental connection and spiritual connection are. Are you ready
Where?
to hear where they are?
Tell us where.
They're at home. They're at the gym. They're at work. They're busy healing themselves and they don't have any more time to be seeking out different people at bars or clubs or out in the streets, because that's not where they are. All right, if you are looking for one, find them at your local grocery store, find them at your local gym. All right, this is where they are because they are focused. They are tired of having women take advantage of them. They are tired of getting manipulated, and apparently they have all just dealt with a lot of narcissist people and they're just sick of it. So they're not even willing to put themselves out there anymore because they're so hurt and they cannot get past certain traumas that they've dealt with. Now, I understand this, all right? And I think that's fair, but I think it's actually a really big problem that everyone's hiding, okay? Because if someone is wanting to connect, and if you want this stability or of emotional connection or mental connection, it's important to put yourself out there. And if you're constantly living in your past experiences, you're taking away so much from your present moment. So I truly understand we are all hurting. We are all still healing. I understand that it's scary to put yourself back out there, but if you're not doing so, you're just gonna stay where you are, and nothing that is meant for you is going to get to you because you are putting up this wall, staying your ass at home, or hiding wherever you guys are.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The genius level insight right here. Men are at the gym, at work, or brace yourself, even at home. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Well, would I never guessed that men have lives outside of bending over backwards for your attention? And they're healing because of after being manipulated, ghosted, and treated like emotional ATM machines, they finally figured out that they don't have to beg for crumbs or for affection anymore. But sure, keep telling them they're hiding because they don't want to spend their nights getting rejected by some wannabe Kardashian at a bar. Yeah, great plan, men. You put yourself back out there so you can enjoy even more trauma. You could thank her for that stellar advice later.
And you're not willing to receive what's meant for you. And I understand women do put these kind of men also in a friends list, in a friends category. And why do you think that is? Because those kind of women also are just not ready for that kind of relationship. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just a sign that that person who you wanted, and I'm speaking to the men right here, the person who you were interested in placed you in that friend category was simply just not for you. You will find your person, but the moment you do get placed into that friend category, keep it pushing, keep on trying. Don't necessarily give up just because that one woman who you wanted did not give in to what you had to offer, because you are enough. You just were not enough for her. And maybe her level is actually down here and your level, speaking to the men again, is up here. So maybe she just couldn't come up here with you. And that's the thing. Sometimes a man can perceive that as like he's down here and she's up here, when in all truth, it could be vice versa. All right, so if it's just not working out, it's just because you guys are just not on the same wavelength. But you are taking away a lot from your present moment because you're not allowing yourself to experience new moments because you're so focused on your past traumas, and it's so unfair. Like, I need y'all to be present, okay? Just be present and allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to meet, put yourself out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be out at the club or at the bars, because that's just not a vibe. But if you see someone, or if you feel like there's a possible connection with someone, like, make effort, okay? Because these women also do exist, and they're not gonna be out here knocking on doors, although it's tempting. Although it's tempting because You know, some actually do want a connection, but ain't nobody got time for that. All right, so put in some effort, let go of what no longer serves you, be in the present moment. All right, let it go and allow yourself to receive what's meant for you. So on that note, I hope that you were able to take something from this, and if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments. Peace.
Ah, yes, the famous friend zone where men go to die a slow, soul-crushing death while being told they're enough. You know, sure, buddy, keep pushing. Just because being emotionally blue-balled is just a way of saying you're good enough for her, right? It's not like she's keeping you around for attention while she dates Chad and DJ, who won't remember her name tomorrow. But yeah, you're up here and she's down there. You know, except she's the one not texting you back. Funny how that works. You know, let's not forget, apparently, your problem is that you're focused on past traumas, you know, not trying hard enough. You know, so just keep showing up and being used like an Uber for feelings. Genius advice. Next.
There is nothing more humbling than Australian dating. I've been pied 3 times now, and the dates haven't even left the chat.
Wait. Oh, okay. I'd be like, damn, Aussie men, what are you guys doing? Never mind. Ignore where my thoughts just gone. But I was gonna say, good job. You were able to pie through a chat. Job well done. Okay, let's move on. Let's get serious here.
They've been organised, the date's been set, I even bought a new top for one. 2 of them had the decency to cancel. Both said that they weren't going to be good company because they were tired. I'm not sure if that's a universal excuse out here. And the other ghosted. Just ignored. Didn't reply to my message. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Could have turned up in my lovely new top and been stood up. I don't mean to sound big-headed, but I've never been pied in my life. Maybe I needed this. Maybe I needed to be humbled. But I just feel like the UK and Australian guys are so different. I've heard that Australians are very laid back, but David Beckham drove 4 hours to see Victoria Beckham for 30 minutes. And I can't even get a text back. I'm giving up. The ironic thing is that for once in my life, I'm finally emotionally available to meet someone and go on dates. I actually met these people out organically, so it wasn't even like it was a Hinge date. Regardless, deleting that, I'm a shell of myself now. I cannot possibly organise any more dates. Buying new tops out here.
Okay. Oh no, she bought a new top and still got ghosted. Boo-hoo. Someone call the UN. We've got an international crisis on our hands. You didn't get a text back. You know, meanwhile, men out here are dodging emotional manipulation like it's a Call of Duty mission. But hey, go ahead and compare yourself to David Beckham, because clearly you're just this close to finding a man willing to drop everything for a 30-minute coffee date. But spoiler alert, they're not ghosting because they're lazy. They're ghosting because they figured out this game and decided not to play. But yeah, delete Hinge because clearly new top wasn't enough.
So for those of you that know my story, buckle up, I have an update. And for those of you that don't know my story, buckle up because I got a story for you. So long story short, for whoever...
You know, I think I need to get a seatbelt for my chair so it can buckle up for the horse shit that's going to spew. And long story short, I guarantee this is going to be a long story.
Whoever doesn't know, my ex-boyfriend cheated on me and got the girl pregnant that he cheated on me with. And I didn't find out until she was like 4 months pregnant and we were still dating. We, of course, broke up though. So recently, as in this morning, I found something else out. And you know, like when you're going through a breakup and new things just keep coming up throughout however long you're broken up. For me, it's been 9 months and I am still finding things out, which is literally terrible. So to cut to the chase here, last year, him and I went to Spain. This was his idea. He invited me to come there because he was there doing some work and he literally flew me out there. Come to find out this morning, he had this other girl there in Spain right before I got there. So of course I'm sitting here like bamboozled because I'm like, what? So we were basically like taking turns. Like she left and I flew in. I literally don't know whether to like laugh or cry. There is a very special seat in hell for this man. Like I knew things were bad, but like I really didn't think they could keep getting worse. I just personally don't understand how a human being could do these things to somebody that they claim they love and want to spend their life with and just not have remorse. Like, I'm not even sad about it anymore because I've just accepted this is just who he is. But it definitely still messes with my head because I'm like, how? Like, how did we end up here? How did I not see all of this? How was I missing this? And mind you, Spain was like one of my favorite places I've ever visited. Like, I loved it so much, I literally wanted to move there. And he completely just ruined that for me. Like, literally had another girl there less than a week before I got there. I just personally feel so taken advantage of by somebody that I obviously loved and cared about, and it literally makes me sick.
Here we go. I dated a human dumpster fire story. Your ex cheated, got another girl pregnant, and now, surprise, he had her in Spain before you got there. Well, slap my forehead and call me surprised. Men like this get away with murder because women keep romanticizing their bad decisions and thinking they can fix them. Here's the plot twist. You can't. But hey, you got a free trip to Spain out of it. Too bad he ruined your dream destination. Who needs beautiful beaches when you can have a lifetime supply of emotional baggage? But don't worry, girl, you're over it now, right? Except you're clearly not. You're just giving him more free real estate in your head. Next.
Oh, you want to know another absolutely disgusting secret about men?
They have a giant group chat that's literally made for evil. And this is, okay, come closer. This is a safety PSA for literally, this is probably happening in multiple cities everywhere, but specifically I heard about this one over the weekend here in the Midwest in Minneapolis. Continuing on the general theme of telling all my ladies in the cities to look out for these crappy men, this weekend my inbox has been flooded with stories from girls. Some guys I know, some guys I don't know. And out of respect and safety, of course, these women's stories are not mine to share, but we now do share the burden of the story, so that's terrific. Some things that exist. One of the things, though, that I had only heard an urban legend, but now have confirmation it's true because many of y'all have seen it, is that these boys have these group chats. I believe they're on Snapchat, right? Because no paper trail. And it's like, you know how women have like the Are We Dating the Same Man groups that have gotten out of hand, so I don't really pay much attention to them anymore. But like the original intentions for those groups was to watch out for other women and like warn them. So boys have a similar thing, except instead of good, they're doing it for evil. And what they do is before or after they hook up with women, they will send photos of these women in these group chats to share with all of the boys. Now, I don't know the details if there's like one really large one or just a lot of little ones, but I will tell you, I heard some of the names of boys I know who are in it, and I was shocked, okay? I did not suspect that. So for the love of God, tell your friends, tell your daughters, check up on your mans, okay? Even if you think you trust them, maybe just like keep a little heads up, because it's not just the photos that like you're sending them that they're sharing. They're taking the photos without your knowledge. And as someone who just started dating seriously again like a month ago for the first time in years, I already don't want to be here.
Oh, now we have men with secret group chats to share their evil plans like some budget James Bond villain, right? Jesus. Because the moment a guy hooks up with you, his first thought is, let me run this by the secret council of evil men to get their approval. Sure, that's totally what's happening. Now your inbox is full of horror stories from women who probably just got left on red. But hey, let's jump to conclusions and assume every man you meet is secretly snapping photos of you like you're an extra in Black Mirror episode. Ladies, you heard her. Trust no one. That's definitely improve your dating life, and the paranoia, super healthy. All right, guys, what's the big takeaway from today's episode of Victim Olympics? Men are either too traumatized to date or too busy plotting their next evil Snapchat heist. Oh, and they're emotionally available, and just as long as you don't expect them to be accountable. Here's a wild idea. Maybe men are just checking out of dating game and they're tired of the BS. Tired of playing therapist, sugar daddy, and sidekick while women keep raising the bar until it's so damn high, other mythical creatures can't even reach it. But yeah, go ahead and blame men for not showing up to be your your emotional punching bag. Keep wondering why all the good men are all gone, why they're at the gym lifting weights or at home instead of your ego. Anyways, guys, hit that like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below on what you think. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.